Uh, Hi guys. Mama and Kid here. Um, Basically here on my comic review channel, giving you an update, guys. I wanted to update you in a sense and give you some what's going on, where's the reviews and things like that. Right now, the current reviews are on a hiatus as of right now. Um, and They haven't gone away, but they're on hiatus. But I still have some things that I have to review, and I'm gonna show them to you as well. There's some things I also want to talk about for my review channel. So for all those who stick around and patiently wait, that's thank you so much. Uh, but As you probably heard from Blue Goblin, my boy, my bro, he has left Dark Avengering Plus, and so have I. I have left it as well. I wrote a message on Dark Avenger Inc. On Facebook as well, and addressed Chris Ventura himself, who runs it, and I told him, thanks for for having me on there, but I like I was telling Gabi, I was like, there was a trend. We started out with 10 plus members, and we started to lose a lot. We started to lose a lot of members, and you know, to the point we lost half of the members, and it was just five of us technically. And the five that were still there, myself, Blue Goblin, Mr. J, FatStakeofComics, Mark, and Chloe, we tried to keep the boat afloat as long as we could, but we it was as much as we tried to paddle out the water, it wasn't quick enough, and that boat was sinking. And the segments that I was doing over there, I kind of, after a while, felt that, I should be doing this maybe on some other channel of mine. So, what I decided to do was when I left, I told them, I was like, the segments I used to do over there, I'm taking them with me. Uh, that I was supposed to be a Dark Avenger Inc. Plus exclusive. Now, as you all know, if you do still follow the Dark Avenger Inc. family, that's great. I still do. I still support them. They're comic frontline now, so I'm watching vids from them whenever I can. I don't get to watch as much as the live segments as much as I used to, but I'll watch the replay when the live stuff gets segment on there, and I'm good friends with Michael, and I talk to him a lot on uh, Facebook and stuff, things like that. Not as much as Chris, because I know as busy as he is, he's got that big job as being a dad and things like that. So that's all much. And then of course there's Kat, who I'm always very much supportive of, and I do a lot of collabos with her, and that's always cool. And Mike Spider Slayer, I'm always supporting Mike, whenever I can, and still keeping in touch with some of the others that we that left the group. For example, Great Legend John. I try to catch his vids as much, and Jay, he writes for a site of mine. Gabi, no, that's no question. And Mark and Chloe, I try to keep in touch with them, as much as I can, and even the first family themselves, Audrey and Craig, I try to keep in touch with them. Uh, but besides that, yeah, I have left that. I have left Dark Mandarin Plus. Um, it literally was a dying channel, and that's kind of sad because and it also is because, and also I felt that we a little bit, all honesty, I think that we were being too much like Ink, the first Ink, instead of kind of like an alternative. We were in a sense a extension of that, and that's fine, but it we could have been a little bit differently, and those are certain things that I wish could have been dealt with a little bit better on the side. But other than that, that's pretty much it. But I did, as always, appreciate and much love and respect to the people at Dark Man Drink or pretty much Comic Frontline for giving me, letting me. They recognize me and other reviewers or just YouTubers or geeks that can contribute to it, and contribute as much as we could, and you know it is what it is. No, don't cry over spoiled milk. It is what it is. Move on. But like I said, as for the current reviews, they're on hiatus for as of right now until you start seeing until you see episode, what did I leave off, episode 20 to 21, 121. Once you start seeing episode 122 and all those, then okay, he's back, he's fully back. But everything I talked about when I first kind of made a little bit of a comeback is going to start. There is going to be some changes to this channel in terms of reviews, and I really want to start doing some things, in a sense giving back to you guys who support the channel, no matter what. So like there'll be like contests and things like that for you guys. I think that's kind of a way for me giving back, to the other viewers, besides, like I said, my bro Goblin. He knows, Gabi knows me and him. Like I said, there's a bond between me and him that can't be broken, and the things I do for him, is because I like doing it for him. It puts a smile on my face when he gets this stuff, and he talks about him. He'll just thank me personally, and I always appreciate that. So that being said, like I said, the last review, what did I do on this channel? I reviewed the graphic novel of one of my classic favorite and manga anime series, Cyber 009, and I always recommend it. I recommend that graphic novel very much. It's not very expensive either, and I do recommend it for purchase. But there is one graphic novel I still need to review on this bad boy, and I'm gonna show it to you right now, and then I'm gonna go on to what's else to come in kind of a alternative, in a sense, of the current comic reviews. So I'll be right back. Okay. The other review, comic review, that I still need to put up, and I'm just finding the time to do it. And is of course the Street Fighter Origins Akuma uh, graphic novel. I've always recommended any of the Street Fighter comics from Udon. Get them in trade, good stuff. And with the recent success of the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist um, mini series, uh, highly recommend it. I reviewed that bad boy on my main channel, and you can clearly see the emotion in that video. I was so proud of everybody behind that video, everybody behind that series. That is how you show passion for a series, where and you basically give a one up over Hollywood, in a sense of showcasing. You see, this is what you did wrong, and they did it. Mr. Zah and Mr. Christian Howard and all the other people behind that just made that series so good. I'm hoping they do the next season, but yeah, still need to review this bad boy, which I will for this channel. So yeah, you guys can look out for this bad boy as well. But as for what's the alternative, Chris, that you hear you talking about? Um, Basically, guys, if you watched me, follow me on Dark Venturing Plus, I was doing a series on there called Hitting the Classics. Basically, what that was me going into that big collection over there, or in the boxes over here, you can't see boxes, that collection over there, and pulling out a title or two and just giving my thoughts, kind of reviewing again, like, and I reviewed the both issues of, I reviewed the Spider-Man Batman crossover comics. I reviewed the X-Men Star Trek crossover, the team up between Ghost Rider, Punisher, and Wolverine over there, which is really cool. And I talked about Mutant X. No, not Mutant X. I talked about the series that was the lead protagonist in it was Bishop, and that was District X, which had Bishop in Mutant Town. He was like a cop there. It was really cool. I enjoyed that very much. And I talked about, I think the last thing I talked about was the crossover between the JLA and the Wildcats, which was another good crossover. That was when Superman still had his energy powers, which I was, like I said when I talked about it over there, I was like, I'm probably the only geek on Earth that liked Superman with his energy powers. Go figure. I like being different. So yeah. So basically, I'm going to bring Hitting the Classics over here, but reboot it back to episode 1 or so, and it's a reboot. And will I? And basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into that my collection over there and pull out always a standard of 10 to 12 books in a sense, and talk about them. Maybe even I'll probably either read them over again, just in a sense. And now, what books won't you see on? You will not see any classic Spider-Man books over, because I do that. As you all know, if you follow me on my main channel, I have a segment over there called Chronicles of the Web, which is a series that's all based for Spidey. I pull a book out of um, out of my Spider-Man collection. Doesn't matter what it is. Well, there's some standard. It has to be either Spider-Man. It won't be anything Doc Ock Spidey. It's if it's Peter Parker or Ben Reilly, anything like that. But it's from Amazing to Web to Spectacular, Sensational, Ultimate, Classic Ultimates, anything like that. Uh, Crossovers with Spider-Man. That's where you find classic Spider-Man kind of thoughts slash reviews. I did 2 episodes over there. After I finish recording this and put this up on the channel, I will start recording. I will record the next issue, which I have the book here. I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but it is from the Web of Spider-Man. You just have to find out what it is. Just go check it out on the main channel. But I'm gonna bring that over there, Hitting the Classics, where it won't be new stuff. It'll be classic stuff, but it'll be like me just reviewing, and it'll always be 10 to 12 books. So I'm gonna go all the time whenever I feel like it. Go over there, pull out. Doesn't matter what it is. It'll never be in order. They won't be like, I'm gonna do issue 1 of this or issue 2 of this. No, it'll just be random stuff, and I'll talk about it and I'll pull them out. So it could be something like, I walk over here. Let's say like this. I go over here and I pull out, for example. Okay, let's just say, bam, and uh, bam, and bam, and bam. All right, I picked 4 right now. So basically, like this. All right. So I picked out 4 books. So I would either read these books again, or you just from my knowledge of the issue, just me holding it and remembering it, I'll review it. So the books I pulled out, like I said, for example, here's one. First issue of X-Men Unlimited. Uh, Look at that. First issue of X-Men Unlimited. Remember X-Men Unlimited? And Spider-Man Unlimited, all that? Yeah. I would review this, that's how Hidden the Class would be. The next book I pulled out. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Well, actually, it's two in there. The amalgam books. Look at that. Spider Boy. The amalgam between Superboy and Spider-Man. Um, then, of course, on the back, and then look in another amalgam, you have Speed Demon, which is an amalgam of the Flash, uh, Etrigan, and Ghost Rider. See, and of course, look at that. There's like I'm giving you examples, guys, and then of course, Udon Comics of Darkstalkers. Look at that. See? Stuff like that. And then, of course, like I said, the 5-part miniseries of the Secret Wars. This was a, but I probably would never review this because this is actually a story arc or a miniseries I would actually review on my main channel, which is a part of a series called Story Arcs / Events that I like. So this would you probably never see me review that on Hidden the Classics. But those are like examples because these are classics in terms of they've been out for years and things like that. You'll always see stuff like that on Hidden the Classics. I'll work on a new opening for that segment, and that will be just for that segment. And like I said, that'll be a segment that was a part of Dark Avenger Inc. Plus that will be coming to this channel. It'll also be a part of this. Like I said, the current reviews are on hiatus, as well as the the titles that I wanted to review from that I purchased from like uh, indieplanet.com, which are independent books, things like that. But when I fully come back, you'll know. You definitely will know, guys. I just wanted to make this and let you know I have not forgotten this channel, and I wanted you to know that yeah, when the reviews will come back. Because I know some people like, oh yeah, where's the reviews and things like that. I've been getting comments and it's just on hiatus right now. So in the meantime, you'll have the Hidden the Classics, and still I have to review this bad boy here, and of course you guys got Gobby, so you can always rely on him to deliver some reviews for you, as well as Mr. J. Uh, he'll also do reviews, so there are always reviewers out there, as well as Comic Book Uno and Mike Spider Slayer and all those other characters, Comic Book Brothers, and all those other fellow online reviewers in the Comic Geek Nation and things like that community. Uh, but if you have, you are following me, and I don't want to say loyal, but you're just you admire what I have to say about the books and things like that. I appreciate that very much, and that puts a smile on my face to know that somebody will literally come to me and ask me, hey Chris, what do you recommend me picking up this title? Or, I've been out of the game for a while. What are some recommendations you want? I always love that. So like I said, so basically the current comic reviews are on hiatus, but they will be back soon. Um, but in the meantime, you have Hidden the Classics, which I'm gonna have fun with because that's gonna be me just pulling stuff out of this and just pulling stuff out of there and just reading them over or reviewing them because I do sometimes tend to go back and read some of my old titles and stuff and just remembering it. But you're gonna have Hidden the Classics. You still have my I still have to review this, so um, you'll still have a good notion of reviews coming to this channel. But if you are following me on my main channel, yes, Chronicles of the Web is all about my favorite hero, Spidey. So far, it's well received. Comic wise, not really, but I really want some more input, more people remembering and things like that, but that's fine. But I find that it's getting really well and stuff. But until then, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this vid and seeing what's coming. Um, you take care, as always. And this is my Marine Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep real, guys, always. I will see you guys real soon with the first episode of the rebooted Hidden Classics. Take care.